So this is another one of those videos that didn't quite go according to plan. My original thought was I was going to go ahead and make some adjustments. As you may or may not have known, one of the previous videos had to do with swapping a 5800X into my editing rig that did have a 3700X in it. And we did a little bit of testing there, but now I've gone to the other side of that. I've upgraded the GPU and I'm going to an RTX 3060 Ti. Now, it has an RTX 2070 in it right now. We're going ahead and swap that out. It should be a little bit of an increase, but right now, well, I'll just kind of explain it as we go. Well, there's the current RTX 2070, which I know and love. But I do need to do a little bit of dusting in there, and that's one of the things that will, well, while we're doing it, we're going to have to swap it out. I've got a 5800X, and the next step is going to be putting a 3060 Ti in there. And that 3060 Ti comes from, well, we're going to be taking it out of Danny D. Danny D right now has the RTX 3060 Ti in it. Doesn't need it because I've been using Danny for mostly 1080. And I take it with me on the road or whatever, and I'm usually almost always using it for 1080p, and that 3060 Ti is just, it's overkill, so I don't need it. And in the meantime, I need something more powerful for my editing rig, so we're going to put a GTX 1660 in here for now. We're going to rebuild our ITX soon, but anyway, for the time being, we're going to put the GTX 1660. It will be happy in there, and I'll use the RTX 3060 Ti in IM number 4. Now we have managed to go ahead and unleash the RTX 3060 Ti from Danny D. We'll go ahead and put the GTX in there. But yeah, that little latching system, that thing is a pain in the tail. It's always hard to get out, especially in small cramped quarters like this. But we managed to do it. So of course, when we put the 1660 in here, we're going to have to test it, make sure everything runs okay. But you know, on for the swap. Of course, there are also a few other differences. The RTX 3060 Ti is quite a bit thinner than the single fan GTX 1660. It does make it a tighter fit inside Danny D, but hey, they're the same length, so we're going to go ahead and do it. So we got that one swapped in without much of a problem. Power draw is not going to be an issue at all because this is an 850 watt small form factor. We'll end up closing everything up, making sure everything's okay. We'll have to connect that back. Locking everything up and then checking out Danny D to make sure it's okay, and then on to the editing rig. Alright, so we've got it swapped out, and yes, it does look a little bit weird. After I get done some testing and stuff like that, I will go ahead and take that cable off. The 2070 needed an 8 and a 6. This only needs an 8. So we'll go ahead and do some testing. But for the time being, it does look like I have all 3 monitors working. So I need to do some setup and some testing, and we'll get back to it. Now, while I've got it out, I'm also going to take some time to clean it up. It needs a little bit. So I've got out my little cleaning kit and some alcohol and some wipes and all that stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of it right. Yeah, it needs a little attention. I'm not going to pull it apart and redo the thermal paste because I think the temperatures are okay, but I am going to clean up the fans and the fins and everything, so, yep. Now, originally I was going to go ahead and lay everything out, show a bunch of benchmarks and show the improvement and everything, but quite frankly, that makes for a very, very long video, and I don't want to do that yet. I will go ahead and give some improvement, and we'll go ahead and take it from the 3700X and the RTX 2070 up to what it is now with the 5800X and the 3060 Ti. So we'll go ahead and make that one video to kind of wrap everything up in that. But I did also kind of wanted to follow up on what happened with Danny D after the transplant. Okay, so it wasn't perfect. No, the GTX 1660 worked great, but I kind of installed Windows 11 on it too. It's a work in progress. I'm checking out. I don't think I hate it. I hate to say that. Do I hate to say that? I don't know. So far, I don't think I hate Windows 11. And even so, with that, I'm probably going to go ahead and put it on this rig as well. So we'll see how that happens. But yeah, so far like I said, I don't hate it. So we'll try it out and we'll see what happens. But for now, we're just doing we'll show you we've showed you what happened. The transplant, everything did go well. Everything did set up. The 3060 Ti looks a whole lot smaller in there than the RTX 2070 did. I don't even want to try to imagine what a larger GPU will look like, but right now I don't have the extra time, effort, and money to spend on trying to get a more powerful GPU, so I'm using what I got. That is going to do it for this time. I hope you guys got something out of it, or at least were kind of curious, or went along for the ride or something. If so, go ahead and throw a like on the video. Don't forget to hit me up on all the other socials. Don't forget, I will go ahead and put a couple of links if they're not already. I'll put them in the video description and on my website at thatpaulguy.tech. Go there and look. Amazon's got some pretty decent deals on different types of graphics cards. I'll go ahead and put the 1660 on there and the 3060 Ti, and if I can find it, the RTX 2070 as well. But anyway, don't be afraid to go there and take a look. Even if you're not looking for those particular graphics cards, follow the link and go shopping for something else. Every little bit helps. It does help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and I'd be very appreciative. So don't forget to do all those YouTube things. And of course, the one thing I'm going to ask you every single time is just be good to each other. Be kind, hold the door open, smile, wave, say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, something. You just never know what kind of an impact you can have on somebody's day just by being kind. Not that hard. So until I give you guys the recap on this, show you guys how Windows 11 worked on Danny D, and actually trying to build maybe even a home server. Yeah, that Lipa case that's right there, the white one. Yeah, can I get that point? There we go. I gotta start working on that. I've got too much going on where I don't have an actual server to try to keep all my files. So we'll see if I can't tear that one up next. See how it goes. It might be a long project. It might be something you guys don't see the video for quite a while, because it takes me forever to figure out. But I'm gonna start on it. Anyway, like I said, folks, that is all I have. So until the next time, I'll see you later.